The treatment of diabetes in dogs. Diabetes in dogs works the exact same way that it does in humans who have type 1 diabetes. The cause of diabetes is the pancreas not being able to secrete enough insulin to help manage and stabilize glucose levels in the body, which affects the blood sugar. Because when the sugar or the glucose cannot be broke down by the insulin that the pancreas is supposed to be secreting, it just causes the blood sugar to be either super high or super low. Both are very bad. So to manage that, an insulin injection is used to help get from the level that was able to be obtained by just the pancreas alone to the actual level that is needed to maintain the blood sugar. Diabetes can happen in dogs for multiple reasons. It can be their age. When dogs get past a certain point, bodily functions stop running at what they should be. So when the pancreas stops running at its normal levels, that it starts to not function as well anymore, that blood sugar is going to rise throughout the day. It can also be caused by medications that the dog could be on that would just debilitate the secretion of insulin by the pancreas. Less common factors, female dogs are twice, almost 3 times as likely to have diabetes than male dogs. And certain breeds of dogs, like miniature poodles, miniature schnauzers, they're more likely as a breed of dog to have diabetes. When the dog gets diagnosed with diabetes, the owner brings them into the veterinarian. Symptoms of this typically are fatigue, lethargy, throwing up, excessive urination, excessive drinking of water, and cataracts also are a main reason why the dog's brought into the vet, and then the vet obviously diagnoses the dog with diabetes. And then once the diagnosis of diabetes is obtained, then you go in and there has to be a secondary test that's done to see if it's diabetes or if it's Cushing's disease, which are basically the same thing, like type 1 diabetes or type 2 diabetes in dogs. Cushing's is an insulin-resistant strand of diabetes where an oral pill is used instead of an insulin injection to help control the glucose and insulin levels in the body. Now, once it comes back negative for Cushing's and it's actually known that it's diabetes, then starts the lengthy process of figuring out what dosage works best to help the dog maintain a good level throughout the day without it spiking too high or dropping too low in between their feeding times. Now, dogs who have diabetes cannot have regular dog treats. They can't have regular bones, and their diet has to change drastically. They will be put on a specific amount of food that they'll get twice a day, every 12 hours, with their insulin. And it's like prescription dog food. It has a whole bunch of good nutrients, supplements, a whole lot of vitamins, just to help promote overall good health without having all the extra sugars or fats and unnecessary stuff that's in some other dog foods. Typically, dogs who have diabetes are fed at 7 in the morning and 7 at night. So as the dog is eating, you have the syringe of however much insulin that the vet has prescribed for your dog. And in the back of their neck on the fat is where you do the insulin injection. It's painless. The dogs don't really have any reaction to it. There's not a whole lot of nerve endings in that part of their neck. So it's just like if they were getting their yearly vaccinations. This happens twice a day. It's a very small needle. What's interesting is that dogs can actually use human insulin. Like your vet would give you a prescription, you could go to Walmart or CVS or Kroger, Walgreens, any of them, and go in and get human insulin that can be used for a dog. And then there's also Vetsulin, which is a brand that is made strictly by veterinarians for dogs. Dogs who have diabetes does not mean that they're going to die super young. They can have a very long lifespan when treated accurately to what the dog's specific needs are. And if that maintenance of the medicine is there, there's no reason why diabetic dogs cannot live a long and fulfilling, happy life.